was away on vacation a couple weekends ago, and I was in a more liberal part of the state that I live in. And I went to the grocery store to pick up a few items, and I noticed a few people wearing masks. And they all happened to be women. And I thought, okay, liberal area, you're going to see some mask wearers. You know, we're 6 years removed from the onset of the pandemic, right? Of the COVID, the coof, whatever. And, there's a few reasons why I think some people would still wear a mask today. One of them is more of a legit reason. Maybe someone's immunocompromised and they want to do whatever it takes to not get sick. Okay, fair enough. I think that's, fair. But the bigger reason I think some of these people wear masks is because it's become part of their identity. Maybe not so much that they're afraid to get sick, and maybe they're hypochondriacs, okay? Maybe that would be another reason why someone would wear a mask. But I'm suspicious again, when you go to some of these more liberal areas, some of them still wear the mask in public. And it's interesting. I've thought a lot about it, and I speculate that they're not doing it because they want to prevent some disease. Maybe that's part of it, but I think it's an identity thing. I think it's, for some of these people, the COVID lockdowns were like the best time for them. That's when life to them was like awesome. That's when they felt alive. That's when they felt like they had a purpose in life. And their purpose in life was to wear the mask and to do it as a virtue signal, right? I'm a virtuous person because I wear a mask in public during a pandemic, right? That's what we're thinking. And anyone who wasn't wearing a mask in public was shouted down and ostracized and given a hard time. And that's when these people felt power. They felt some sort of authority over others. And it felt good to them. And they enjoyed it. And they liked it. They liked shaming others for not wanting to wear a mask. And I saw this all throughout the pandemic, and I was working at a grocery store at the time, and if there's some person came in without a mask, some of my fellow employees who were, very all for the mask and the vaccine, they would just, they would either panic or they would just take joy in chewing out that person. And secretly, as a fellow employee, I'm like cheering on that guy who came in without a mask. I'm like, you're a hero, my friend. But anyway, that's why I think some of these people wear masks today. It's not so much that they're trying to prevent a disease, and maybe that's part of it, but I think it's like when someone wears like a Yankees cap out in public, it's to show, or especially in a city, say like someone wearing a Yankees cap in Boston, right? So you're going to get reactions to it, you stand out. It's the thing that makes you unique, and that's why I think they like wearing it. It's the thing that makes them unique. They may have some sort of nostalgia for the pandemic because, like I said, that may have been the best time of their life, sadly. That may have been the time where they felt alive and felt that life was worth living and that they had some purpose. And it's also kind of for them, it's a shout out to other people who think that way. Because think about it, if you're an extreme liberal leftist and you see someone out in public wearing a mask, you as the liberal extreme leftist are probably going to feel more comfortable being around that person and talking to that person. Because because again, it's not really about the disease. It's like, oh, one of me, you're like me, or you'll agree with the topics that I'm passionate about, and we'll agree on those things. So I think it's really more of like I guess just a symbol of solidarity with others who think that way, and nothing more. I think these people really miss the COVID years. And again, it makes them feel unique. And I don't know many people who really, I don't know anyone personally who enjoyed those years. Those years sucked. A lot of people were miserable. A lot of people were, I mean, there's just a whole lot you can say about that time. But yeah, man, there's some of them still wearing masks, and every time I see it, I just can't help but think, like, dude, you're not wearing that because you're afraid you're going to catch some disease. Okay, maybe in the winter you don't want to catch the flu or something, but for the most part, it's like you're doing it because you feel superior. It makes you feel superior to others. That's why they wear it. It makes them feel like they're better than other people. And I know that might sound crazy to some of you, but I have no other explanation as to why they do it. I think they do it. I think it's a superiority complex. So every time I see someone wearing a mask, and it usually happens to be women, you know, not trying to be sexist here, but happens to be women, I just think, like, you really just think you're better than other people, huh? Okay. Or maybe you just think other people are icky. Whatever the case, I could never live my life like that. That's to some degree a psychological problem. And if you gotta throw a mask on to feel superior, to feel like you're better than others, man, I want nothing to do with you. Nothing at all. I even kind of feel bad for you. But if your attitude is of an elitist kind, because you still love to wear your mask in public, and it makes you feel better about yourself, it makes you feel like you're better than others, I think, no pun intended, I think you're a sick person. So that's all I got. Happy Friday. Enjoy the weekend. God bless.